Hey guys, this is a new channel I'm starting, and I don't really know where to start, but I want to make like Christian videos just about, my life, and I'm still figuring out all this stuff on how to use my phone, put my face on, and all that. But I was asking the Lord because, I want to make Christian content that's encouraging, not this debate stuff and let's sit here and debate this and that. I'm not about that. I don't think God's really about that. The greatest thing we can ever do for each other is inspire each other, is encourage each other to walk in our walk, and correction comes with that. But I'm not here to debate these things, and this is kind of a touchy topic, but it's my testimony. So I was like, God, what do I talk about? He's like, talk about your first, your testimony. So when God first came into my heart, which was years ago, and I didn't realize at the time that's what it was, but he was coming to my heart. He was drawing me to himself. And the thing that kept standing in the way, it sounds so crazy, but the thing that kept standing in the way, God kept telling me in that same moment of come to me, he was also saying, you got to drop this. And that was my secular music. I was heavy into secular music, from Tupac, TLC, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg. I had it all. Da Brat. I had it all. So y'all can tell I'm a little bit older. Not older, but a little bit older. I'm not in my 20s. And that's some of the music that I was, bumping back then. And when God called me, it was automatic, like, nope, gotta let that go though. And I remember telling God, I'm like, I'm not letting go of my music. I love my music. But finally, I had this pastor. We were at a youth thing, and the pastor said to me, he said, God's tugging on your heart. What's stopping you from obeying? And I told him straight up, I said, I don't want to stop listening to secular music, and I feel that urge is on the inside of me to do that. And this pastor told me one of the greatest things, and he said, submit yourself to God, and if you submit to him and you seek him and you get in his word, he will start to change your desires, and he'll start to, rearrange your heart and all that. Like, let him do it. You're trying to do it. Let him do it. And man, when he said that, there was something on the inside of me that agreed with it so deeply. And I did that. And I said, okay, God, I'm here. I realize that you do want me to put this to the side, but I can't right now. So, what do we want to do? And little by little, God started working with me, just just silly things like, okay, God, well, I'm going to give you Sundays after church. Because I used to secular music. I was the music person. I was the DJ, that stuff. If you're coming, bring your music, and the first thing, one of the first steps that God put on my heart was like, okay, just consecrate that morning. Because guys, I'm not lying. I'd wake up in the morning, going to church, bumping Snoop Dogg, bumping Da Brat, bumping music like that. And God's like, okay, can you consecrate that time for me? I'm like, okay, God, that's Sunday morning before church. No problem. I got that. And then it went to Sunday day. Like, can you give me just that full day? I'm like, oh, okay, Lord, I think I could do that. Yeah. And then it would go to Saturday night, and it just went on and on and on to the point where it's like, whoa, I'm not listening to secular music, nor do I desire it. And I know to some people, this is like, what are you talking about? I listen to secular music and I love God. I'm not here to say that you don't love God, but the reality of it is, what God taught me in that season is that not even just secular music, the TV, the movies that we're watching, these things will not send us to hell. No, they won't. But they hinder our walk with God. They hinder our faith walk. They hinder our intimacy with God. So it just depends on where you want to be with God. If you want to kind of be on the side and be like, yes, I'm for God, but as long as I get into heaven, I'm good. Then yeah, we can continue to listen to all this music and watch all these movies and do all these different things. But if we want this intimacy with God, if we want to be close to him, there's stuff that you got to give up. And, it took me step by step by step. And what's so weird about it is, as I was doing that, my God used somebody that's not even, to this day, is not even a Christian, like not living a Christian lifestyle at all. But it's my aunt. And she went to a Bible store with my grandmother, and she was like, saw this Christian, it was Christian rap. And she told me, she was like, this stuff is so dope. You have to go check it out. And so I went, and it was like Cross Movement's House of Representatives. It was John Rubin. It was, who else was there at the time? Grits. who else? Antonius, Little Rascal, and like I went and listened to Cross Movement's House of Representatives, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And that's what I learned. Like, guys, man, when God is telling you to let go of something, let go of it, because you never know what is on the other side. This wasn't very long for when God was like dealing with my heart, to where God started bringing in this new music, and then it expanded from there. Like, LG Wise to Prime Minister. You guys probably don't know these people, to eventually get into Lecrae's and Trip Lee's and KB's and Bizzles and all these other different artists now. But it actually started from just an act of obedience. And, and I know a lot of people want to, fight about it, and, it's controversial. But guys, truly, if you want to have an intimate walk with God, there's a lot of this stuff that we cannot put in our spirits, and music is one of them. It's the greatest enemy to us, as well as movies. And the reason why I say movies and TV is not necessarily as bad is because some people don't sit. For example, you can sit and listen to, I've done it before, I can sit and listen to one song 15 times straight, like 20 times straight every day for, we don't necessarily do that with movies, even though movies are 2 hours long. Not all some of the movies got junk in it, but not all the movies are junk all the way through it, but the music is what at least what sticks to me. Yours may be movies, yours may be TV, but guys, like God is saying, no, you can still, yes, absolutely go to heaven listening to these music, watching these movies and things like that, but you just won't have that intimate walk with me while you're on this earth. So maybe to some of you, you don't care. Maybe it's just like, I just want to get to heaven and I'm good. So be it. I'm not here to debate that, but that's just my testimony, and I've been so afraid to tell it for so long, because a lot of Christians still listen to secular music, but God had to deliver me from it. And because God knew, like you guys don't realize yourself, that music shapes a lot of things. It shaped the way I felt. It shaped the way I thought. It shaped the way I acted. And some of you guys are in complete denial now, like, oh, it doesn't do me like that. Stop listening to it and see what happens. But I didn't notice it either. I didn't notice. I thought I was being myself, and I'm just like, no, you are heavily influenced by the Tupacs and the TLCs and the En Vogues and all that stuff. No, you are heavily influenced by it, and I would have never realized that till I put it away. And that's just, and looking at it now, guys, I can show you like my playlist and things like that. Like, God is completely now there is secular songs that I do listen to, but I mean, for the most part, I mean, I can just, let me see if I can go into my albums just to, just to show you guys like what I'm like. This is not a lie. Like, this is what I'm listening to, then I have two different music things. So I'll show you this one. This is iTunes Music, which most of you guys have. And I didn't clean this out, so there's no secular on it. It's just, I don't really listen to secular music. I don't think it's healthy. You know what I'm saying? I think, I don't think it's beneficial. I don't think it's healthy. And so I'm just being honest. Like, this is, I got some Michael Jackson right there, you guys. There you go. Some secular music. Man in the Mirror. But for the most part, I just don't really listen to secular music. I just don't. Another area we can go, we'll go into my Samsung Music here and show you guys this. And like I said, I do have some secular music, but I mean, for the most part, I really don't. You got some 1K Few. What do y'all know about that mixtape by 1K Few right there? This is my music, guys, and this is what. And I don't feel that I'm at a loss. I don't feel that I'm missing out. I don't at all. When I look at some of the lyrics, when I now listen to some of the lyrics, when I look at some of the names of the titles of the album, it's like, are you kidding me? And this is what we're putting in our spirits, So just giving you guys some of the music, Andy Mineo, we got in there. I told you we got some Bizzle, Willie Moore Jr., Brandon P, Black Knight, I don't know, whatever you guys want to call him. I got, Cannon. Come on now. Canton Jones, just some stuff, Casey J, Christian Grey. Like, this is, so you guys, I'm showing you on three different levels so you can look and see like, oh, she must have cleaned it out. No, guys, I just don't really listen to secular music. I feel like God has blessed me with this music, Flame and Gavi and these guys. Like, I just feel blessed, so, I got, okay, there's another secular song for you guys, NDRE song, Breathe. I just don't have a whole lot, and I can show you. I'll go to my Amazon Music just to kind of end it, just to kind of show you guys, to encourage you, not only in secular music, but just anywhere that God may be asking you to drop something. Like we have to trust him on that, because that's, guys, this pops up is not my music, because it always pops up with this stuff. My music is here. I'll go to my albums. So even in my Amazon Music, you guys can see some of the music I have. I just don't listen to secular music, and God like took that desire away. So I understand some of us want to be, here's some, there you go. And again, I may have secular music, but it might be like one song. But that Usher song, I have an Usher one song on there. There you go. So I have some secular music, just not a lot. I just don't really listen to secular music, and I just don't feel it's beneficial. There you go. There's another song by Alicia Keys. Most of these songs that are secular are probably inspiring songs, by the way. They're not like, these songs about, here's Quincy Jones Back to Back. What do you guys know about that? Tevin Campbell, Tomorrow. Again, very inspirational song. So I do have some secular stuff on here. Michael Jackson's This Is Man in the Mirror, though. It's the same one. It's not. And you look at it's like one song here, one song there. I just don't really listen to secular music. It just doesn't do anything for me. It does not help me in my walk with God. And I'm at a place where it's already hard enough to walk for God, right? It's already hard enough to live for God the way that he says, take up your cross every day and walk. I don't want to just be adding other stuff to it. So I just want to give my testimony. It's my first video. It's long. I didn't mean for it to be this long. I want to do more videos like this once I can figure out my camera and things like that. Just want to encourage everybody to, whatever God's asking you to give to him, give it to him, because there's probably something way greater, whether it's a relationship that you're in. It could be something as simple as music. It could be your time, whatever it is. Like, I try to remind myself, it's like God's always trying to give us something better, guys. He's always trying to give us something better. I think it was V Rose that said in her song, you're not leading me on. I can't remember what song it is because I don't want to get in trouble. But you're not leading me on. You're leading me home. Like you're not leading me to something bad. You're leading me to something greater. So, I hope that encourages somebody. That's just my testimony. Some people don't see it as one because they want to watch other movies and all their secular, movies and all their secular songs. And that's cool. Keep doing you, but I just wanted to be a voice and give my testimony. All right. God bless.